Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got a new toy here, and this video was originally started out, I was going to just be changing all the fluids and whatnot in it, but ended up we had to change transmission out and ran into a bunch of other things, so a bunch of little miscellaneous things. But you guys sit back, get you a beverage, and enjoy the video. So let's get into it. Okay, so the main issue with this tractor here is, one we're going to address first here is the hydraulics are real jumpy. I pulled out the dipstick and it looks like chocolate milk. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, it's your fluid's not supposed to be that color. So we got that, and for some reason, complete like weirdest thing, in four-wheel drive, reverse don't work. And those honestly shouldn't have anything to do with each other, but I have no idea there. So let's get all this taken apart and pop this top cover off of the transmission. Actually, I need to drain the fluid out of it first, then we'll do all that. Alright, so let's get to it. We got the drain plug out. This should be your hydraulic fluid screen, and yeah, you can just see the color of that wool there. That's not good. That's why it's better to not leave equipment outside, but one of them things. So we're gonna let this drain out. This thing holds like 2.5 gallons, and I only got like a little 4-quart pan, so we're gonna have to do some switching a couple times. But let's get that done. I'll pull the screen out, and then we'll take apart the top of the transmission. Check out the hydraulic screen here. Look at all this nasty crap built up in there. And then here's the color of the fluid. You can see that just looks yummy, don't it? The red, there's a little bit of diesel fuel in the bottom of this bucket. That's what the red's from. But so let's go ahead and clean this guy off. Get this guy compressed air. There we go. It's looking better. So what we need to inspect is under this plate here. So in order to get to it and all them bolts, we'll just go ahead and set this guy up out of the way. It's a seat bracket, so let's get that real quick. good news is I found the problem. The bad news is I don't know how to get it out. But you guys can see this gear right here. See how all the other gears have these real pointy teeth? It's kind of hard to see. See how pointy those are? And those are like, you can see they're kind of smooth and wide. Well, that's the gear that when I move my four-wheel drive lever, it engages the four-wheel drive to that gear. So that gear being stripped, I would say, is a big reason why this doesn't work properly. So I guess I'm just gonna have to go ahead and take this transmission off the back half of the tractor to get all that stuff out. But just looking down in here, most of these gears are looking pretty decent. You can see all that nasty crap there. But yeah, the four-wheel drive one down there is pretty rough, and you see that's the high range and the low range. They both look pretty good. So yeah, that's what we got, guys. Let's see if we can get this transmission off here today. So basically what it looks like to me, I stuck a socket on here. It looks like there's 3 bolts on each side of this thing here. And then unhook the brake cables, and then the back half of this tractor should just roll back. Should. So let's get to it here. It's not really room to get you guys a good shot in here, so that's about the best I can do there. So let's see, this guy should just come apart here. I'll pry on it a little bit. Probably whichever's it's looking like towards the back. Okay, so that's off there. Awesome. Well, there she is. They always come apart a lot easier than they go back together, but so here's the current state of the tractor. So I guess let's tear into this guy and see what we got.
All these guys are off.
Oh, there we go. Got it. We just had to be a little more aggressive. So here's that guy. Now I'm probably just going to put the transmission from the other tractor and throw it on this one. Just because, but we're going to go ahead and tear this guy apart and just see. So I'm looking at this here, and it's really looking like my better option will be to take this piece off right here and then pull this top cover off, and I can see everything down in there, because I was going to pull it off right here and take this portion out, but there might be a bunch of gears and stuff back in here that'll fall off or mess up. So at least if I take that and that off, then I can see what all's going on. So let's get to that. not sure how much you could really see on that time lapse there, but here's the inside of this guy here. Big rear end housing, and then here's all your transmission components. But I could have just pulled that off because the only thing that is just that gear and that gear down there. So that I could have just took that off without messing with this. But it's good that I pulled it off. Here's the hydraulic ram. It's all got a bunch of rust and crap, so be good to get it all cleaned up anyways. Alright, so here is the transmission portion of it, and you can see down in here that this gear, it's chewed up pretty good. Well, you guys can see that one, it's chewed up a little bit. Then the one right there, you can see right there, that one's chewed up really good. So then that one's got quite a bit on it. So basically what I'm looking at here is that's like that. It had all that nasty oil in it, and I went down to the parts tractor, pulled the dipstick on that transmission just to see how the fluid looked, and it was really clean. So I'm thinking this one also has a leak on the PTO on the back. So what I'm really thinking that it's going to be a lot more time consuming, or a lot more time efficient, to go just pull that rear end and bolt it back up to this guy and hopefully call it good. So I pulled these shift forks out of here, because you can see how dirty it is in here just from all the mud and sawdust and whatnot. I don't really have a good clean area to disassemble this transmission right now. I would definitely like to fix it. I mean, it just looks like probably about 4 gears, replace them, but really have to get down in there and check and see all of it. So right now don't really have the time or a good area to just tear this apart and see it and price it. But as far as time efficiency, let's just go grab the other tractor, split it apart, bring it in here. We'll drain the oil out of it just to see if there's anything nasty in the screen. If it looks good, then we'll go ahead and swap them out. So let's get to it. Alright guys, it started raining on me here, so I can't set you guys up outside, so we're going to see how good my tractor skills are holding the camera, steering it, and operating the loader. So let's see if we can get these forks up under this guy. That looks lined up pretty good. Can't really see that. Let's see if she'll lift up. Ah, perfect. Looky there. Alright, let's take this guy up yonder. So I didn't get a film taking this part off. My neighbor actually came over and helped me yesterday, so that was nice. We went ahead and got it off. So let's get the tractor over here and take it inside and see if we can get it bolted up today. Go ahead and take this bag off of here without getting any water down in there. Just run the strap like so. Here's this rear end. I got it apart. The only issue this transmission had was a little ball in this shift fork here. Wouldn't, it was like pushed in, so it wouldn't click into the gears. So I just grabbed the one out of the other transmission and got it. I probably could have just took that one apart and got it working. But I had it laying there, and these two are different. One of them, you can see where the shift forks are, if you can see it. Anyways, they're flipped, but if you put them side by side, this one has an indent and then this one's just flush. So those are different. I found that out the hard way. But I guess let's clean this gasket up a little bit, throw some gasket maker on it, get her back together, and get her mounted to the tractor. Hope this is the last time that we have to mess with these covers on here. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and drop some bolts in so we can line this guy up. That way, because once that touches, I really don't want it smearing all around. So per instructions, it says to tighten this down hand tight, let it sit for an hour, and then turn it half a turn. So we'll follow them. I usually just tighten it till it all squishes out evenly and then wait 24 hours and torque it down. But we'll try and follow the instructions here. I think the gasket on this guy is reusable. But I'm just going to put a thin layer of gasket maker across here. Oh, we hit a pocket of air. Might be a little thicker than I anticipated, but that's alright. Well guys, it is time to get this thing back together. I waited about 2 hours, torqued all them bolts, so she should be good to go. So I'll set you guys up on super speed mode, and we'll see if I can't get this guy back together. This guy actually went back together really easy. That was the easiest one I've ever put together. It just went right in there. But I left this guy sit overnight, so all that gasket maker can get good and cured. So now let's fill her up with fluid and see if she'll work. Fingers crossed we don't have any leaks, guys. I hope so. Hope we don't. Huh. That funnel's not in a very ideal spot there. It's almost perfect. I just need to add just a smidge more. Alright guys, she hasn't been started about 2 weeks. Hopefully I got most of the air bled out of this guy, so let's see what she does. Now let's throw the fenders, the seat, and the 3-point on there. And we'll take this guy out and try her out. Well, after all that, she's looking good again. We got her all back together. All the fenders are on and everything. So let's take this thing out and try it out. It's a pretty nice day out there. And then tomorrow we'll work on getting these lights done and putting some gauges in it and whatnot. But yeah, let's go try it out. Only issue we have is we gotta get weight up here, because when you pick up the brush hog, the front wheels come up, and the only way to really steer is with the back two brakes. But other than that, it done phenomenal. So we got this steel I-beam. I got another piece of solid steel I'm gonna weld to the bottom of this and bolt it up on there, and that should be plenty of weight. And then I might even find a little bar to put on, like a little pusher bar, so when I'm brush hogging, it'll push over the brush or help with it. But other than that, it did good. So let's get to building the bumper. Let's see if we can get this big bumper put on. I found a random piece of steel here that I just had laying around, and it happened to be the same length, so I said I'll put that on there for a little extra weight. In my head, it seems like it'd be pretty easy. Here's the bumper all finished up. Threw some paint on it, and it looks pretty good. The only thing I have left to do is I'm going to try and find me a little bar that goes from right about there to there that sticks out in the front. But other than that, that'll be pretty good. I just want to tell you guys thanks for watching. We've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately, so big thumbs up to you guys. It's awesome. Helps me out a lot, so thank you guys for that, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got a lot of time and work into it, but it was pretty fun to make, and we got a new toy. So other than that, you guys want to see more on this tractor, comment down below. You want to see other things on the channel, just let me know. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. You guys have a good day.